For decades, we've looked up at the red planet and asked the same question. Is there, or was there, life on Mars? Not flying saucers or little green men, but even the tiniest microbial life would change everything we know about the universe. And here's the truth. Mars is leaving behind clues. Let's start with what we do know. Mars once had water. Not a few drops, but rivers, lakes, maybe even oceans. We found dried-up riverbeds, sediment patterns, and minerals that only form in the presence of water. Where there's water, there's a chance for life. NASA's Curiosity and Perseverance rovers have been digging into Martian soil for years, and the results are interesting. They've discovered organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Not life itself, but the kind of chemistry life needs to get started. In 2020, scientists confirmed that salty liquid water may still exist beneath Mars' surface. Hidden underground and briny, but present. And that's key, because if life exists on Mars today, it's probably not on the surface. Mars is harsh. It's cold, dry, and blasted with solar radiation. Its atmosphere is 100 times thinner than Earth's, and it doesn't protect against UV rays. So any surface life would have a hard time surviving. But beneath the surface, that's where things get interesting. Underground, life could be shielded from radiation. It could stay warm from geothermal heat. And there may be enough liquid water to sustain it. Think microbial life. Simple, tiny organisms may be similar to extremophiles here on Earth. On our planet, life exists in some of the harshest places imaginable. Bacteria thrive in boiling hot springs. Fungi grow inside nuclear reactors. And deep beneath the Antarctic ice, microbes live in salty, oxygen-poor lakes. So is it really that far-fetched to think something similar could exist on Mars? Let's go back millions, even billions of years. Mars once had a thick atmosphere. It had flowing water. It had a magnetic field. In many ways, it was Earth-like. So what happened? Scientists believe Mars lost its magnetic field, which allowed solar winds to strip away the atmosphere. As the air thinned, water evaporated, and the planet dried out. Temperatures dropped. Radiation increased. It became the Mars we know today. But what if life began before all that? What if microbes thrived in Martian lakes and oceans, only to retreat underground as the surface became uninhabitable? It's possible they're still there, dormant, hiding, waiting. That's why NASA's Perseverance rover is exploring the Jezero crater. It used to be a lake, and its river delta may have preserved signs of ancient life. Perseverance is collecting rock samples right now, and one day we'll bring them back to Earth for study. If we find fossilized microbes, it would be one of the most important discoveries in human history. It would mean life isn't unique to Earth. It would mean the universe might be full of it. So, what would life on Mars look like? Forget complex creatures. Think simple. Bacteria, algae, maybe something totally unknown. It wouldn't need sunlight, just warmth, water, and chemistry. It might glow, like some deep-sea life here on Earth, or be colorless, slow-moving, and built for survival. But here's the twist. If life evolved independently on Mars, it might not be like anything we've ever seen. Different DNA, different biology. A second origin of life right next door. And if we don't find life, that's just as important. It helps us understand the limits of habitability. It shows how rare or fragile life might be. Either way, the question shapes our future. Because if life once existed on Mars, it might exist elsewhere, on Europa, Enceladus, or beyond. And if Mars is lifeless, then Earth becomes even more precious than we thought. So every rock we study, every drill we take, every rover we send, it's not just about Mars. It's about understanding life itself. And who knows? Maybe one day, it won't be just robots searching. Maybe we'll walk those dusty plains ourselves, looking for answers in person. Until then, Mars keeps whispering clues. And we keep listening.